Africa. This continent is one of the deadliest landmasses on our planet. Just about everything on it is out to get you. It's really just a battle of which reaches you first. If you're caught in the savannah, you're pretty much lunch for whatever predator's territory you found yourself in. Chances are it's probably a lot of them, since Africa also has the most apex predators. It'd be hard not to think about food while getting eaten alive, but try to fight off the hunger too. You won't be eating anytime soon because this region also experiences the worst famines. If you don't starve to death, save whatever energy you have left because you're gonna need it. There are an abundance of war zones that are happening across Africa, and they are bloody and brutal. End up at the wrong place at the wrong time and you'll be certain to never make that mistake again. Ever again. If you're lucky, you may not have to endure these wars, but you'll still have to wage an unforgiving battle from the inside. There are a plethora of diseases that plague the continent, some causing the majority of deaths. Breathing in the air while around people might as well be an attempt at your life. More people die from respiratory infections than any other cause of death in Africa. And even if you manage to dodge all these threats, all that can mean jack squat because at any point, you can die from a mosquito bite. Asia. This is the largest continent on the planet, and with so much area, there is bound to be countless threats to your life. Depending where you are, you will have to endure the most extreme terrain on the planet. Asia simultaneously has the highest and lowest elevations on the globe, Mount Everest and the Dead Sea. If this isn't enough, Asia is also known for its breathtaking weather, which is also known to take many breaths away. More people die from natural disasters in Asia than any other continent on Earth. Majority of these deaths are from flooding, which makes sense considering a quarter of the landmass looks like it's already underwater. Even so, there are many non-natural threats that could end up getting to you first. Land yourself in the wrong territory and you could fall victim to an execution or prison camps that will work you into the grave. Other places are so politically unstable, you may be tortured to death just for uttering the wrong words. But that's assuming you don't take a deep breath and inhale a lungful of polluted air first. This region is the most polluted continent on the planet, which leads to millions of deaths annually. More than half the human population lives in Asia, so these threats are faced by most people. Europe. As soon as you step foot in Europe, you will immediately be putting yourself in danger. Europe is heating up and fast, almost double the global average. Anytime you want to go outside, you will be facing an intense one-sided battle against the sun itself. These heat waves cause an increasing amount of Europeans to die from heat stroke annually. But if you think you can handle the sun's rays, try taking on gamma rays from the most radioactive place on Earth. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant is so deadly, stepping within its 30-kilometer radius could ensure you get enough rads to kill a small child, which doesn't seem like a lot until you realize who the child is. Even if you dodge this location, you will still have to dodge all the drinkers, which there are a lot of. Of all the alcoholic deaths happening worldwide, a third occurred in Europe. Gotta love the lifestyle, I guess. Still, with one of the highest life expectancies in the world, the biggest threat faced by Europeans is time. Of over 5.3 million deaths in Europe, 84% of them were of people over the age of 65, making it the largest non-preventable death in the region. North America. North America is basically 3 really big countries, and it truly just boils down to this. Heart attack from eating cheeseburgers. Heart attack from eating tacos. Cancer. Also, I'd watch your back because at least one of these countries lets 18-year-olds buy and use guns. What an 18-year-old will do with said gun beats me, but at least they have the freedom to decide. What you may not know is, looks like they decided. What you may not know is these places aren't as clean-handed as they may lead you to believe. The US and Canada are in the top 3 for drug-related deaths in the world, and I bet you couldn't guess which is number 1. Okay, maybe you could, but seriously, Canada? I expected this out of America, but Canada. You should be ashamed of yourself. Mexico isn't off the hook either, as if you were to be murdered, there's a very high likelihood that you'd be in Mexico. 7 out of the 10 cities with the highest murder rates are in Mexico, and you'll soon see it only gets worse the further you go down. South America. If you're in South America, there's one threat that you should be extremely cautious of. BBLs. I mean homicide. Homicide. South American regions are the epicenter of the largest homicide rates in the world. With the population size close to about 500 million, there's no telling who is friend and who wants to kill you. If you manage to dodge the frenzy of bullets, knives, and suspicious Tinder profiles, you actually might survive. Most of your concerns in South America aren't really that threatening comparatively. Antarctica. Dang, it's pretty cold out here. Australia. I take back what I said about Africa. This continent and country is straight nightmare fuel. Gangs of kangaroos around every corner waiting to jump you. Spiders the size of cars terrorize the landscape. Snakes in every, and I mean every, crevice. Now I admit, I did exaggerate the size of the spiders. We all do. But not by much. Shoot, if you get caught on a bad day, even a pine cone can kill you. And while we're on the topic of things falling out of the sky, have you seen the hail? These things are falling out of the sky. I'm surprised there's still a living population because everything is a threat to their lives. You can't even go 10 feet without meeting a cute creature that can execute you by a single touch. Australia has the most venomous animals in the world, so going outside will mean your execution. But inside isn't safe either because if they get in, it's not locked in with you, you're locked in with it. And considering the continent is basically a big desert, it's prone to many fires. With over 45,000 bushfires annually, your only concern should be which coffin you'll look better in. Anyway, that's all for this video. Stay cool, stay safe, and peace out.